Yo, what up? Yo, what up? This preview season has been a little weird for Attack on Titan on this channel in particular because they are doing previews like they've never done before. And so it's been a little wonky about how I have been previewing stuff. We've been talking about new mechanics, the new rules that are introduced in the game, the new card type, the Blitz keyword, or the Blitz ability. It's not a keyword, but the Blitz ability. And we haven't really sat down and really looked at cards altogether. And so I want to change that. And so what we're going to be doing today is at this point, we have about 2/3 of the set, roughly 2/3 of the set previewed. And this is on UVS Ultra, as well as previewed via an exclusive link that UVS Games has sent me. So, hey, big shout out to UVS Games. And they have sent everybody I'm going to use these quotes, an exclusive ultra rare for everybody to preview as well. Make sure you check out all of the other content creators out there as well to go see if they have any other exclusive ultra rares, never before seen ultra rares, just like me, so that we can spread the love and do what we got to do. So, without further ado, let's get rocking. I'm gonna click this button, and we're gonna do some Attack on Titan Battle for Humanity exclusive previews. So here's the way they're gonna do. We got about 200 cards in the set. We're gonna go in set order, and then I'm gonna show you my exclusive preview, and then we're gonna do the character tier list. Onto the death cards. Excuse me. Chomp. 3/4, 2 mid block, breaker 2. Form, destroy one rival foundation with difficulty 2 or less. After this card leaves your card pool, remove it, period. I think this card is going to be one of my least favorite cards to play against. I am down to sacrifice a 1/6 of my hand to say that your best and only defensive foundation doesn't work anymore. There are ways to clear this card out of your card pool, so we just don't care about its progressive. This card's silly. This card is very silly. And at the worst, it is a 2 mid block breaker 2 action card. Foundation destruction is one of the most toxic ways to play this game, and this is an action that just like gets to just do it. I'm down if like my turn is just like I chomp you twice and then like build pass. Like that's a successful turn. Or I play an attack that destroys the foundation, you go, whew, thank goodness he's done. You go chomp. You don't get to have that anymore. All right, we'll get rid of it. Like this card says, you ready? This card says that if you have an onboard deadlock answer that is a 2 or less difficulty, I will break your deadlock answer and then I'll build into deadlock. This card has so much versatility. It's very good. Nape Strike. 2/5, 1 low block. Form. Destroy one rival backup, period. Incredible sideboard card. Just slam 2 of these in your sideboard and you're great. Deadlock Enhance. This deck gets a +4 damage and +4 speed, period. This card's cool. I mean, the form is obviously this is a sideboard card at best. Nothing really cool to write home about. Acceptable losses. Look at my mans. It's a 5/3, 2 mid 4/5. It's a 2 mid block. It's a common attack. Blitz. Enhance. Hilarious. Blitz. Lose up to 2 health. This attack gets 1 damage for each health lost this way. Oh, it's a throw? I missed the fact that it's a throw. I didn't notice it was a throw until I saw this down here. Now, there's a lot of words on this card. It's a throw. So I can lose 2 to give it an extra 2 damage? What does that mean? So it goes from I lose 2, and then you take the move, you'll take 4? That's a good rate. When does Blitz happen? Before or after responses like easily or basic? Blitz happens after those responses. Blitz is the first thing that happens inside of the enhanced step, and those happen when the attack is played. This card is good. This card is bad until you put the T word on it. As soon as you put throw on this card, I think it's playable and good. Next, we have Confused Strike. I think this card's crazy. 2/3, 3 mid for 2, charge Fury. Response. After this attack deals damage, commit your rival's character. After this attack deals damage, commit your rival's character. Hey, you got a guy that's important? You got a, hey, that Amajiki? I don't care about that guy. I guess Amajiki kicks the shit out of this card. Hold on, bad example. Bad example. Hey, Rodon? No. Ghidorah? You don't get to do the thing. You don't get to block later. Yeah, I mean, this card's just super cool. Do you have a defensive character? You have to deal with this one. It is also only 2 damage. It is 2. So, like, maybe it's only 2 damage. You have to deal damage. Maybe this is where, like, Deflect comes in handy. I mean, we talked about, like this card not being that great. Armored Skin. Maybe it is, right? This hurts stuff like Shiggy 3 more than any of the ones you mentioned. That's fair. I don't know. I think just the ability to stun a thing that can't be stunned is even just like just worth it, right? To like deal with those characters. Another flavor of Savamulist. Yeah. Yeah, I mean this card's cool. I don't know if it's gonna make huge splashes, but I think it's cool. It's fine. How do you make it hit? There's the question. There's the question. Move on. Disciplined Maneuver. Disciplined Maneuver. 8/4, 6 high for 3 with a 1 high block, stun 2 Titan. Blitz. Remove 3 foundations from your discard pile. This deck gets plus X damage. X equals the combined difficulty of the cards removed this way, period. Wowzers. Wowzers. This has the potential to get like on average like plus 6 damage, right? Because you remove a bunch of 2s. But if you're playing any amount of 3s, which like we've seen a lot of 3s so far, it's a 6 high for, it could be 6 high for 12 at like max with stun 2. I don't hate it. I think it's cool. The real question is what difficulties can we play? I guess because of the 4 checks, like 3 diffs are like kind of open for business, right? Like this number here changes deck building so much. Weird. It's weird. We can play the 4 diff foundation. I mean, we can drop. We can. But we don't have to. Imagine this is Rodan. Yeah, 6 high for 15. Yeah. I can't read the first word. Is it just duplicitous? No. It is. Duplicitous Recollection. Wow. My brain was like, that's not the same word. 7/4, 5 low for 6, 2 low block, stun 1 Titan. Blitz : choose a backup or shift attack card with printed 7 difficulty or less in your discard pile. If the chosen card is a backup, build it. If the chosen card is a shift attack, build it transformed, period. Reading. I click this button, I click page 2, and I scroll down. It just builds a large Titan. It builds the female Titan. It builds Jaw Attack Titan. Or the Jaw Titan. It builds the Smiling Titan. It builds medium and small Titans. This just builds the female Titan. Commit, lose 4, mill 2, choose a puncher, kick from your discard pile, add it to your hand. So this thing's just like a 7-diff, 5 low for 6 that just like picks a card up. Like picks up an attack. That seems pretty okay. Five low for 6, stun 1. I don't know if it's like incredible. I don't know if it's incredible. But I think being able to build the female Titan is like pretty good. I think being able to build in Smiling is pretty good. It's okay. That is an incredible emote, buddy. Fueled by Tragedy. Fueled by Tragedy. 5/3, 5 low for 5, powerful 2 weapon. Blitz, you may sacrifice 1 foundation. If you do, this powerful attack's rating gets +2. This is a powerful 4 move. It's a 5 low for 5, powerful 4 if you want it to be. Wowzers. Wowzers. Big. Big move. What a game ender. If your character has any amount of like momentum snapping, it seems pretty strong, right? I love the bugs flying around his head. Yeah, I'm in. Grin and Barrett. 4/3, 4 low for 4, Fury weapon. Blitz, you may lose the health. If you do, this deck gets 1/1. It's a fine for a common. It's a 4-diff, 5 low for 5 if I'm down to take a little bit. I'm down to pay a health to just slam them for 5 damage if they can't block it. It's pretty good. You said my name? Just the worst. Tech gets -1 or +1/+1. Yeah, I think this is neat. Just a common. Intimidating Glare. That is not what I see here. I think this guy looks dumbfounded. 5/3, 5 mid for 5. Response after you play this card, your rival spends 1 momentum. Whatever. It's a way to try and stop my rivals from having momentum. It's not that big of a deal. This is another death card though that says after I play it, spin it. This does mean on block. So we can play Intimidating Glare and we can play Instant Shining Flash both in the same deck. Just be like, hey man, if you happen to have momentum at all, you just don't anymore. Sorry, bucko. Yeah. Or if your character, you ready? If your character has the Earth symbol, right? If you're an Earth deck and you're playing, and your character has the Death symbol, you can play this Bad Guy Roundup and Instant Shining Flash and say my rival will never have momentum ever again for the rest of their life. Their kids will never have momentum. Never. The Attack Titan emerges. Say 3/3, 2 low for 3, response sacrifice a foundation. After you play this card, build a foundation from your discard pile with difficulty less than the sacrifice card's difficulty. Interesting. After you play this card, build a foundation from your discard pile with difficulty less than the sacrifice card's difficulty. So if I sacrifice a 3-diff, I can build any 2-diff. This card doesn't have the rider of non-unique. So I can build in unique cards if I want. Interesting. There's cool ideas with this card, but I don't know how cheeky this card is. Again, this is essentially like a weird action that like sometimes hits for 3. Right? It's a 3-check action that builds me a card, just replaces a card that hits for 3. Is that really what I want? Does that win me the game? It depends on what the foundation is, right? Toothy Bite. Crunch. My boy, my mans. Block and build? Does it? After you play this card? Oh, that's cool, Daniel. It does work on block. Whoa, that does work on block. All right, that's way cooler then, actually. That's way cooler. This card's way, way cooler. My brain said that it was play this attack, not play this card. Whoa. Building a block? That's awesome. Okay, Toothy Bite. 3/3, 1 low for 3, Blitz. You may split more momentum if you do. Your rival loses 2 health. This can kill them. Toothy Bite can win the game. You just play Toothy Bite. It just burns them for 2? Excuse me? I could just win the game off of Toothy Bite? That's messed up. Why can this win the game? and my dinky 1 low for 3, I can spin a momentum, make it a 1 low for 5 if they just don't block it. That's silly. That's silly. Change the rules, UVS games. Burn shouldn't be able to win the game. It's annoying. Ultra Hard Steel. Jace, this is the card that I was talking about. I didn't know if there was an air version of it. So like this isn't a Titan card, right? It's an 8/4, 8 mid for 10 weapon. And so like if there is an air version of this card, then the secret rare that I was talking about would work for this. And that's where my head was at. Is if there's an air version of this card. 1 mid block, 8 mid for 10. It's just a weapon on the death symbol. It's common. It's a big move. Big move, and I guess they couldn't get a Titan picture to go here, which is fine. Luna? Unsure? Against a tough bunch. Against a tough bunch is very funny. Sorry. He's just standing there. 2/5, 2 mid block for the air symbol big move. Yeah, I mean there's definitely lots of air symbol cards, but I specifically said the Titan attacks, which I meant what I meant by the 4-check attacks when I say Titan attacks, which I guess is now a lie. Response move: after your unblocked attack deals damage, your rival loses 3 health, period. Wowzers. This is such a cool card, actually. Hold on. This is such a cool card. You could just like have multiples of these out, and then like at any point you're just like, actually it was for +6. Wowzers. This is +3 damage late. Whoa. Whoa. Laughs and facts? Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Whoa. After your unblocked attack deals damage, your rival loses 3. That's scary, man. Hey, this card says that these little shitter 3 damage moves aren't shitter 3 damage moves. This is now a 6 damage move that burned them for 2 on a 3 diff. This would not work with backups? Correct. Because there was no block step, the attack can't be blocked or unblocked. This word stops it from working against backups. Consuming their own 1/5 3 mid block enhance commit. A backup in your stage loses 2 stamina. This attack gets +4 damage, period. Whoa. And then Deadlock Form commit. A rival backup loses 4 stamina. I like this. This is neat. I'm trading one of my dudes. I'm basically, so you ready? I can commit a backup and like pay its stamina to do its thing, and then use it again, right? By like paying more stamina to give it +4 damage. This is cool for the backup decks. Wow. I also really love how the Armor Titan looks here with like the white and the red. It's very cool. Hunter can't use it. Why? No, not the correct symbols. This is neat. I like this card. This is a cool card. I'm excited to play with this one. See what happens. Enhance commit for on a 1/5 3 mid block. Enhance commit for +4 damage is very good. Like 4, that's a lot for a 1/5. Remember whenever we had like Harden and it was like enhance? It's like a 2/5 commit for 2 damage if it had Harden in its name +3. It's pretty good. Death Rattle. This card's crazy. 2/5 2 high block response after one of your backups is destroyed. Your rival loses 1 health, period. After one of your backups is destroyed, your rival loses 1 health, period. It's just like, when a backup runs out of stamina, it's sacrificed, right? Is that true? Because what Death Rattle says is if I use my backups, you lose 1. Every time that I play a backup with Death Rattle, you lose a health eventually. Because I'll just play it until it gets sacrificed. And when it gets sacrificed, I'll respond with Death Rattle and you'll lose 1. And then for every Death Rattle I have, it's not lose 1, it's lose 2. If I have a third one, every time that I lose a backup, you lose 3 health. If I like play 3 backups, you lose 9 for free. Not to mention whatever the backup does. That's crazy. Deadlock form, commit. It can kill. Yeah, it can kill. Deadlock form, commit, destroy 1 non-unique rival foundation. Again, this one isn't unique either. So just like, if you go to deadlock, I'll deadlock form, commit 2 of these, and pop 2 of your cards. This card seems crazy. Don't go to deadlock against this card. Display of Might. 1/6, 2 high block. Response flip. After you play a card with difficulty 8 or greater, draw a card. This is so cool. I think that this would be a very, very cool playmat. I think this one's neat. If we care at all about these 8 difficulty moves, if they are relevant at all, this would also be a very cool promo card. Again, 1/6. The 6 is huge. Deals with the 6 difficulty or 8 difficulty or greater cards. It's neat. Disrupting Plans. 2/5, 2 mid block. Enhance. If you've sacrificed the foundation in the hand step, this deck gets +1 damage, period. This one's interesting because I don't know how often destroying a foundation is really going to be relevant. I think under like in our current standard format, I think this card's going to be very cool. Like, because it does say during this enhanced step, right? During this enhanced step, not like during the turn. So like this attack, if I've destroyed 1, it gets +1 damage. This card's actually bad. Because it says during this enhanced step. If it didn't say during this enhanced step, I think I'd be down. But it says during this enhanced step. It had to have said during this turn. Bad card. This one's not very good. Draw your swords. Good card. 2/5, 3 low block. Weapon. Does not have the unique keyword. Enhance, sacrifice the foundation. Your weapon attack gets 1 damage and stun 1, period. Deadlock enhance. Your weapon attack gets +1 period. +1 speed, excuse me. So in deadlock, it's +1/+1 stun 1 if I'm down to destroy a foundation, which like I'm down to do, right? Just getting yourself out of deadlock is going to be really, really important. I mean, we saw this card, right? Getting out of deadlock I think is going to be really important, and just like I'll sacrifice my face downs, randomly give things +1 damage and stun 1 is like super good. Yeah, I think 1 damage and stun 1 is very cool, very relevant on the 2/5, 3 low block. Yeah, I'm in. I think it's neat. Final words. One of my favorite cards. I love the art. I love how it's framed here, and I really like the ability on it. 2/5, 3 or 2 mid block. Form, sacrifice, destroy 1 rival foundation, period. Your combat phase ends, period. So form, I'm gonna blow up 1 of your pieces, but then I'm done. It's literally your final words of the turn. Incredible flavor win. That's great. I'm with you. 1/5, 2 low block. Response remove. After this card enters your discard pile during the enhanced step, this deck gets +2 or -2 damage. It's the fact that it gets +2 or -2 is, I think, really, really strong. If you can figure out how to like destroy this, discard this, whatever this, during the enhanced step, obviously, or it gets milled, right? I mill it, or I make a check for a card or whatever. Just the -2 damage, I think, is what pushes this card up and over the top, specifically when it comes to like defending backups, right? I think that's neat. Loss of consciousness. 2/5, 2 high block. Response remove. After this card enters your discard pile during the enhanced step, seal 1 rival foundation. Interesting. So it's kind of the same idea here, but like when it gets put in the discard pile, I get to pick and seal 1 of your cool cards. There was the Younger Toguro card that was similar to this, right? Of like after this one's destroyed, seal a card. Death Foundation, Evil Death Foundation, Evil Death Life Foundation. Yeah, Arrogant Fighter, 1/5, 2 low block. After the foundation is destroyed, seal 1 rival foundation. This is just if it enters the discard pile. Huh. This card's neat. I don't know how consistent this card will be. I think putting this card on the board and like selectively being able to like, all right, I'll destroy this now and then pop one of your cards. I think it's very cool. I think that's neat. Shrewd Observations. 1/5, 3-minute block. Response after you sacrifice one or more foundations. This deck gets -1 speed. This card's crazy. This card's absolutely insane. This card's so good. This card shares a symbol with Irwin. Irwin says destroy a foundation for this deck. Wait. These cards also share... This card shares a one with Irwin. If I sacrifice a foundation... So my moves get plus... If I use Irwin, my moves get +2 speed, +1 damage. Maybe not good enough for a 2/5. But this card is a 1/5. Says that every time that I use Irwin, it's -2 + X speed. 2 from Irwin and then +X for each Shrewd. I'll destroy it. I'll sacrifice one foundation for -5 speed. Is what I'm seeing. On my 7 hand size 23. What? Observation's crazy, that guy. This card's very, very good in Irwin. This card really, really makes that character work. Smiling Death. 2/5, 2-minute block. Response. Remove after this card is destroyed. Flip one rival foundation, period. You get to selectively flip it. I get to pick. After this foundation is destroyed, flip one rival foundation. I pick. It's really, really strong for the death symbol. I destroy my committed Smiling Titan and then flip yours. That was very good. The Lethality of Levi Ackerman. 3/5, 1 low block, unique. Response once per turn. After your unblocked attack deals damage, seal one rival foundation, period. That's very good. Hey, that one's going to be a problem later on down the line. Now it's not. And then air enhance once per turn. Your attack gets +1 speed. Only enhance once per turn. Your attack gets +1 speed. Only playable if a character has the air symbol. That bottom enhance doesn't matter. The response is very good. The response says that my rival actually has to like give a shit about my moves, which I think is very good.